Yeah, let's start. I'll start and finish very fast. Okay. Start. Okay. So in this session, as I told you, we are going to start exception. And this is one of the interesting topic because when you work in the project, everywhere you have to do exception handling.
And
So let's see what exception is. Yes, please. You want to say something
you're gonna
before start?
last time.
Already I did it, right? Recording is in progress. What do you want to say?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Is there already it is in progress? Hmm? You want to record it many times? It is right. Let's see. People, when you do programming, we have two type of error. One is called compile time error. What is a compile time error? A compile time error is error which comes when you compile your program. Second error is called runtime error. Runtime error is error which comes when you run your program. So compile time error means when you write some code and you do Java C, right? Java C and your program name is hello.java. So in this situation, you are you know what we're trying to do? Java C actually verifies the syntax of the program. Whatever syntax you have written, it is correct or not, right? Syntax error means you miss semicolon, you miss double quotes, right? Curly bracket open close, right? Anything which is not correct as per the program syntax. This is called compile time error. I can give some example, right? If you're writing system.out.println, what mistake here I did? I missed. What I missed? I miss assume double quotes. So this will give me compile time error or runtime error? Compile time. Runtime error means when you run your program. Do you understand the meaning of running your program?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once your program is compiled, you want to run it. That time, whatever error comes, that is called runtime error. So error comes at compile time and runtime. Runtime means you are making Java virtual machine, right? This is how to create a Java virtual machine. You know it. You have to use which command to make a JVM instance? Java. And here you can write the class name, right? So when you use Java command, the Java command what does? Any guess? It creates JVM. And this class loader will load your class file inside the method area. And once your class is loaded inside the method area, then this execution engine comes in the picture and it takes your Java bytecode from method area and then compile into machine code and runs it. It's clear to you?
Yeah.
How your program runs? When you use Java command, Java space, you give the name of the class. So what Java command does, it will instantiate a JVM first. And class loader, which is a component of JVM, it will load your class file, which is Java bytecode inside the method area. This method area, as per the Java 8 new JVM architecture, this is known as meta space. What?
Data space.
Meta space. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
But it's okay. You can say meta space or you can say method area. So after that, what happened? In JVM, we have execution engine, right? It takes your Java bytecode from the method area and then the Java bytecode is converted into underlying machine code, right? Because your JVM is running inside operating system. So it is running inside which operating system? You would say, don't make me fall. OS maybe anyways, right? It could be Mac, it could be Linux, it could be
Depending on
what?
the right.
Depending on underlying operating system. And every operating system has its own JVM, right? You know, Linux has its own JVM, Macintosh has its own JVM, etc. I hope I'm making myself clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sir.
So if I say this is the operating system, Yeah. So, you know, your interpreter what does, sir? Your interpreter takes Java bytecode from the method area and convert your Java bytecode into underlying machine code and execute it. Yeah, you know this much. You can say it's not a big deal. You know all those things already. Yes, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, done. So the moment when your program is running, then at the time of running, some problem can come. Some problem can come. What kind of problem? I can tell you some situation. Problem is you are trying to divide a number, right? At runtime. Suppose value of a at runtime user enters 10 and value b is entered by the user 0. Sajana, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
User enters value of a 10 and b 0. And you are trying to perform some division operation a by b. So do you know what happened? When you run your program at runtime, problem will come over here, right? At runtime, problem will come. Computer does not understand any number divided by 0. So here, what kind of problem will come? Any guess? Runtime problem will come, right? And once runtime problem or runtime error comes, then what happen, right? When runtime error will come, problem will come, your program will abnormally terminate. Sajna, what I said? Your program will abnormally terminate. So we have two kind of termination. One is called normal termination and second one is called
Normal. Yeah, normal termination.
abnormal termination. Okay, give me a second. I'll take you 10 seconds. Just a second. Give me a sec. It's okay, also. Let's start. Hmm.
Second one.
E. What disadvantage of exception? Your program will terminate abnormally. So
Begins.
abnormally program termination. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Sajana, I would like to hear from you. Do you understand the meaning of abnormal termination and normal termination? Abnormal and normal. Normal means, suppose you have 100 lines of program. Your program execute from top to
Bottom.
bottom. Those kind of termination is called
Normal.
normal termination. Normal. But if your program stop in between randomly, then that is called,
Abnormal. Termination.
yeah, then it is called abnormal termination. I I hope this is clear to you, right? Abnormal and normal termination.
Yeah.
Yep, good. Okay. So this runtime error is known as with a special name, and that name is called exception. So exception is nothing. It's name given to the exception is nothing, right? Exception is it is name
Given to the
given to
runtime error.
what? Yeah, given to runtime error. Very nice. Okay. So definition of exception is clear to you? Okay. Let me give you another definition of it. In my opinion, exception is I would say exception is unwanted. This is my definition. Exception is unwanted condition at runtime. Exception is unwanted condition at runtime. You got it? Anything, right, which you don't want, it should happen at runtime and it happens. Then it is called exception. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Exception is from the programmer perspective. You do not want some condition, but it occurs at runtime. Simple. So if any exception comes, then what happened? You would say, what happened? Your program will abnormally terminate, right?
Right.
So my intention is I do not want my program should terminate
Abnormal.
abnormally. So in order to do it, you see, right? If your program at runtime some problem comes, you want to handle it so that your program should continue. Clear? You want to stop abnormal termination. In order to achieve it in Java, we have five keywords to do this job. Try, catch, throws, finally. Right? No need to remember. Why? Who will remember? Your trainer will remember for you. Okay. Try, catch. Where is my friend? He's not here.
Sleeping. No.
No. Finally. Hey, these are the keywords to handle the exception. Hey, what is the meaning of handle the exception means? You don't want your program should terminate, right? We do not want that my program should terminate. I don't I don't want that my program I do not want my program should terminate. Yeah, terminate abnormally. Nice. It's clear to you? Yes. How you this if you don't want your program should terminate abnormally, this paradigm is called exception handling. What? Exception handling. What is exception handling? Your answer should be at runtime, whatever problem comes in your program, you don't want your program should abnormally terminate. In order to do it, you have to do exception handling. And in order to do exception handling, how many keywords we use?
So,
Only five keywords. Okay, let's do it. So your question is, can you make some program of it? I have two approach of teaching you, right? So I'm going to make the program clear. So one approach of doing it, I can write all this program for you here. Second thing is I can use some existing program, right? So allow me which approach you want. I should do copy paste or I should write everything in front of you.
the first approach. Every point. First
Please
approach.
answer it.
First approach. We were from scratch. Yes.
Okay, okay. That's great.
Right, right.
No problem. Give me sake. Everything will be said soon. Okay, I'm here. Uh, what I can do is we can write some code over here. New, you know how to make a class? Yeah, I'm writing all these programs. Okay, I'll try to get some code. If I can get it, it would be great soon. But first program I'm going to do it, right?
Yeah.
Exception demo. So what is the program? Simple program. I'm going to take two number from the keyboard. You know how? Yeah, we are expert in that. Okay. Hmm. I'm just writing little bit quick because you know it, right? System dot out. Enter your num1 integer num1. You know it, right? Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Second, you can use enter num2. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform some operation num1 upon num2. This makes sense? Then here
Sure.
you can say, hey, computation is done. I hope you're good.
Yes,
After
sir.
that, you would say result is right plus. Hey, it's too fast or you got it? After that, in last, you can say,
Yes, sir.
hey, I'm and of the main method. It's okay. Speed is fine.
Yes, sir.
Done.
Perfect.
Okay. So see, if number 1, num2, I will use two use case. In first case, num1, num2, I'm not going to make 0. Let's try. I'm
Okay.
going to enter num1 100 and num2 5. Result is
Oh,
20. Let's do that. So num1 is 100 and I'm going to make it here 5, right? Then it would come 20, right? You see what I enter. Let me stop it. I need your help, please. Here I enter num1 equals to 100, num2 5. Then here computation is done and result is 20. In last it's saying here I am the end of the main method. That's fine. Anybody have any question query regarding this program? Or is pretty simple to understand?
Simple, very simple.
Too simple, right, to understand. Cool. After it, let me go with another use case. In another use case, number one is 100, but num2 I am going to make 0. Then what happen? When you come to this line, num1 100 divided by 0, it will give you some runtime exception, runtime error. That is called arithmetic exception. And result won't be compute and your program will terminate from here. So you will not see all these messages. Okay, can I try? Yeah. Can you see this? Uh, when this line is executing, it's abnormally terminating, and this message is printed by default exception handler. Who print these messages? Default exception handler offered by the JVM. So who prints message when exception comes? Default. You can customize the behavior of it, right? Default exception handler offered by
JVM.
JVM. Okay. At runtime, blah 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 blah. Who does this? Answer is JVM. Okay. Is clear. Next thing is my requirement is I do not want my program should terminate, right? I want even though somebody is entering num2 0, but my program should not terminate, right?
Yes.
It should give some default result 0, something like that, okay? But it should not terminate, okay? So same program I'm going to do with exception handling. This program is without exception handling. Now I'm going to do with exception handling. If you understand, say I understand, okay? So what I can say, try catch example. A is too tough? No,
No.
no. Here, what I need to do, the in the programming in the code, wherever exception can come, you should enclose it inside try catch. So try curly bracket open and close. This is the syntax, right? Try, then curly bracket open and close. This is called try block. Then you are using catch. Just the place where curly bracket is closed, you can write catch. And then curly bracket open and close. And here you have to write a class exception that is, fix. And here you can write anything. Wow. Now variable name could be anything, right? But normally we write E, but you can write anything, right? Whatever you like. Good.
Yes.
Hello. See, the result is in try. If you declare the result in the try, it is scope is only in the try. But I don't want the scope of this variable should be within the try. It should be, within the main method. So you can declare it outside to it. Got it? And default value is -10, right? Hmm. Are you following me? Now what happened? My dear friends, if exception comes, right, in try block, if exception comes in the try block, then your control, control, your program execution sequence, it will go to the catch block, and catch block will execute, then it will continue. Got it? So benefit of try catch is kind of handler when exception comes over here, right? Result will not be computed. It will be remain -10, but your control will jump to the catch here. If you want to print the cause of it, right, what you need to do? exe.get message. Are you following me? For what purpose? You are saying, hey, tell me why you came inside the catch block. How you came to know? By calling this method on this. In this, we have one more method that is called print stack trace, right? This method gives you the detailed description about the exception. This will give you very high level message. Hmm? This will give you very high level description about the error. Hmm? Confused about error? Got it? Hmm. Your question may be when to use when, right? I would say if sometime you have a warning, right? I'll tell you what warning is, right? So if it is related with warning, then you can write in the, then you can use get message. Otherwise, you can use print stack trace. But I will let you know, right? How to. This will come under the logging that I will teach you. So do you understand the exception handling? So we have two use case. So tell me, catch block will execute always? Any guess? No. Catch block when you it will execute. Catch block will execute only. Catch block will execute only when exception comes inside try block. Got it? Hello? So tell me, this block will always execute? No, no, no. Catch will only execute when exception comes in try. My dear friends, I'm going to enter num2 5, right? Let's see the program execution line by line. This is called debugging. Okay? Please help me. I'm very scared. If you help me, it would be nice. Enter your number 1. I entered 100. Then my program execution continue. Enter what enter? Enter, enter 5. I'll enter 0 as well. Now you see here num2 is 5, num1 is 100. So if you divide it, result will be 20. But this program execution will not go inside the cache. It will, just go after the cache where it is ending. Hmm. Computation is done. Result is 20. Hey, I am end of the method. Terminate it. This is called debugging, right? I'm going to run again with the value 0. So again, enter 100. But what difference I'm going to make? 0. So what happened in this situation? In this situation, when your program control will comes here, right? This will give you the exception and result will be not, reinitialized. It will be not reassigned, right? So it value will be remain -10, but it will come inside catch block. And here it is printing the exception divide by 0. And you see the value of result is remain -10. Computation is done, result is -10, right? Here I am the end of the main method. If you got it, say I got it. Hmm?
Yes.
My exception handling intention is anyway, your program will not abnormally terminate. Clear? If you want, we can improve this program, right? Let me make another version of it. I want to improve it. How? In this program, what I want to do is, if number is 2 or a number is 0, Mister,
Yes.
then what I can do, I can ask, hey, your number cannot be 0. You can re-enter it, right? So I have to just reconstruct my program. Allow me. So what I'm going to do, this you can define on top, and this you can put inside. You can put, nobody is helping me. Let it keep outside, okay? I'm going to put this inside while loop. This is just programming, right? While means, hello. While means my program should be always continue unless and until I enter num2 non-zero. So here I'm just putting an infinite loop. Why? I would say you just continue, right? When it should come outside the loop, if I am able to do num1 by num2 and it goes smoothly, right? Then you can say break. Break is used to, terminate you from the outside the loop. What break does? If you're inside the loop, it will immediately put your control at the end of the loop. Sajana, break what does? It breaks you where? It breaks you from, it breaks you outside the loop. You got it or you got confused? When it will move you to outside the loop? When num1 and num2 computation is normal. Num2 is not 0. In that case, break will execute and you will come outside the loop, right? If num2 is 0, you will come inside, right? And here you can write the message, what? Cry. Hmm. Mhm. Sorry. Num2 can't be 0. Got it? Num2 can't be 0, right? After it, this message will print and your program will continue, right? And again, it will say enter your num2. Got it? Again, you will take the num2. And if you enter non-zero, then it will compute and break, right? Let's see what is the change, right? So because of it, you have to always enter, right? Num2 non-zero, then only you will come out. Let me try. Enter. I'm in. Sorry. Actually, you cannot enter something else. Okay, you have to enter only number. I'm entering 0, right? What happened then in this case? People. You see, when you enter 0, then it is coming inside the cache. Am I right? Because here exception comes. When exception will come in the statement, then immediately your control will go to inside the cache. Anything which comes between a cache and the place exception comes, that will be skipped. Are you following me? If
Yes.
exception comes over here, right, nothing will execute after it. It will directly jump to the cache. What cache is saying? Any guess? This cache is saying, sorry, num2 cannot be 0. Am I right? And
Yes.
here it is printing the cause of it. And again, it's coming to the back over here. Nah? Again, I'm entering 0. Again, same thing. If you enter something valid like 2, then it will execute and result will be 100 divided by 250 and it will come outside the while loop, end of the while loop. And it would say, hey, computation is done. Result is, hey, I am and the I am the end of the main method. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
I am at end of the main method. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's enter 2. Let me run it again. No, it's running. Run Java application. Yeah. If you're entering 0, then enter 0. Oh, 0. Yeah. I'm going to enter 2, enter. Can you see this? Yeah, guys, just wanted to know, you understand the program flow or shall I explain you once again?
This good.
You guys are too much smart. Okay, that's great. Next example, which I'm going to show you, use of try, catch, and finally block. Finally block, right?
Mhm.
Please help me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Try, catch,
Uh,
finally. Same program, everything is same, but I'm going to introduce finally block.
Somebody is trying to
I
ask
just
you
want,
in
who is someone?
cats the exception there and exe is just a string, right? Like variable
Yeah, you
or
can write anything. What's your name?
you go.
Yugal.
This one it makes sense.
Just you can write anything. You see,
Uh,
variable name could be anything. Am I right? Make sense?
so the exception is just a
Okay.
guy.
Exception is a class, predefined class for exception handling. Java provides many inbuilt classes which you can use in order to handle exception. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you the use of. Okay, another thing I want to tell you before finally, one try can have multiple cache. So let me show you that example. What? One try multi-catch. Nice. And exception handling is one of the big topic I'm telling you. But I will just teach you 60%. 40% we'll learn later. Try catch. Hey, how many catch you can write? Multiple catch. But when you write the multiple catch, here you cannot write same class. Does not make sense, right? Here you have to write another category of the exception. Like I'm writing arithmetic exception. Clear? If in this try arithmetic exception will come, then it will come inside. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? So your question may be why you want multiple catch, because when you are doing with business, in I know in business there may be different scenario. As per the different scenario, different exception will come, and accordingly in the catch, you can write, you can take a different business decision to handle it. Clear? So it will come on the way. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So
Yeah.
I can write more exception here. Like in your let me write one more catch. But you see the syntax, right? Here I'm writing null pointer exception. Hmm. You see people?
Yes.
Catch in one try can have multiple catch, but I want to tell you in the try block at a time only one exception will come. So after try it will go in the multiple catch, or it will go in only one catch at a time. Only one catch, right? If it will go inside, it will not go to the other, and then it will go in the last. Clear? So even though with one try we can have multiple catch, but at a time how many catch is going to execute?
One. One.
One.
One. And you can have nested try catch. One try can have another try catch. One catch can have another try catch, right? You will see all this scenario soon when I will teach you, when I will teach you plain JDBC, Java database connectivity. Nice. Anybody have any question queries so far?
No. But there may be multiple, exception, right? And but it will show only one.
Can you come again?
Like there may be more than one exception, but it will show only one exception.
No, no, no. In this code, right? At a time, only one exception will come. Any one of them.
Oh.
Are you following me? Because one exception comes, your program will terminate. So there is no question of multiple exception coming at the same time in the try. Never. Got it?
Yeah.
Hello. Accident will happen only once, right? You
Yes.
cannot die again and again, again and again. No. Mhm. Got the point? Yep. People, is clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you use of try, catch, and finally. One try can have multiple catch, but it can have only one finally block. So your question may be, and this finally should be always in the last. Try, catch, finally. Clear? Finally will be, let me write it. There would be how many finally block?
Only one
Not
time.
there would be. There would be only one finally block, right? And it must be last block, right? It must be last block. Got it? Third is, you tell me, catch always executes? Exception comes or not? No. If exception comes in the try, then only catch block will execute, right? But what about finally? Finally, well, always executes. Hmm. What is the meaning of it? Finally block will always execute whether exception comes in try or not, right?
Yes.
What I said? I said whether exception comes or not, right? Doesn't matter. You got a point or not?
Yeah.
What I said? Your exception will always execute whether exception comes in try or not. Is clear or you got totally confused?
Yeah.
It's clear.
So that is used for closing the uh, errors, right? Like exception.
Like in finally block, normally what we do, I can write a technical word. Normally we do resource cleanup activity, right? Like in this block, we can close the file, right? Close the file. Hello. Close the
Yes.
file. Close the connection. I'll let you know what is the meaning of it, right? Because see, when you are doing programming, exception comes or not, you have to always close the file and connection. So those kind of line you can write over here. But I'm telling you, you should have a very good confusion. I don't know that is coming or not. Whatever you are writing here, right? I am finally, right? You should get confused, right? I am finally. So let me know, right? Whatever you write over here, right? Finally block execute. But what about this thing? This is also going to be executed always. Yes, you know?
Yes.
People, you are not replying. If
Yeah.
you run your program, exception comes or not, you always reach to the last, right? And you also going in the finally. So what is special in the finally? What is the speciality of the finally block? You don't have this kind of confusion?
Yes, of course.
Of course we have, right? Sajna, what about you?
Yeah.
Whatever you wrote in the finally and whatever we have in the last, both are seems to be same, because finally is also going to be executed always, and this set of statements is also going to be executed always. So what is specialty in the finally block we have? For example, like here, if you write a special condition, Sajna, if my result is like 10, then you want to write return. Return means, Sajna, you are saying if my result is coming 10, return means you are saying, hey main, don't go further. Hey main, do not execute, please. Right? It means return a semicolon means, Sajna, you are saying, hey, you have done. Stop it. Oh my God. What do you say? Return means stop
Not
it. You got it? So when you say stop it, Sajna, 10, then this line will not execute because you say, hey, go back, right? But finally we'll say, how dare you? I am the special block. You can only be returned after once I complete my execution. Oh my God. Finally block is more strict or not? Yes. It's saying, hey, you cannot return back. Let me execute, let me complete first. After that, you can return back. So you got the difference between finally and this normal statement.
Yes.
When you write return in the try, normal statement won't be execute, right? But finally will execute for sure. Shall I run it and show you? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
in order to reproduce it, you should enter data in this such a fashion so the result should come 10. Sajana.
Yeah.
So you tell me if you let me do normal execution 100 and 50, right? In this situation, what happened? Your result is 50, and then this condition does not execute, right? Because this condition does not meet. So you will not execute this. And you are coming to finally block, Sajna. Can you see this? I am finally.
Yeah.
After that, they are saying, hey, competition is done. Result is 2. And hey, I am at the
The end.
end of the main method. I am at the end of the main method. Whatever you write, doesn't matter. Okay, so let me, what I'm going to give you next, 100 and 0. What happened? Sorry. 10, right? If you say 100 divided by 10, what happened? Result will come
10.
10. Then you are saying, hey, return. Then finally saying, how dare you? Let me complete. Then before returning it, you will come to the finally. Then it is saying, I am
Finally.
finally. So let's do that. Enter. You see, I'm finally. So finally is a special than normal statement. If you got it, say I got it. Otherwise, I don't understand. So here I can write one more statement. Finally will execute even, right? We write return statement inside which block?
Try block.
Try block. This concept is clear to everybody.
Yes.
We have another situation. Like sometime there could be some exception, right? Which cannot be handled in the catch block. That may be possibility. You should not think this catch will always handle all the exception. There would be some special exception which cannot be handled in the catch. Sajna, that could be the case. Okay, I will come across. In that situation, your program will terminate, right? Because catch is not doing its job. Your program will terminate, right? But before terminating your program, finally will say, let me execute, right? So finally is special in two cases. First, when you write some return in the try, second some exception comes and that cannot be handled. Let me write it. Finally will still execute if some exception comes inside try block and could not be handled. Not be handled. Make sense or you got confused?
Makes sense.
Done. I have done with the finally. In finally, we do not have more than this. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Done. Hmm? I have many scenarios, many good questions based on that. I have in my slide. Okay, that slide I will share with you, and if you have interest, you can read it. I have done with try, catch, finally. Anybody have any question, query? Hmm?
No.
Hey, anybody is there in the class who does not understand all those things? Because in last, I don't want to hear, hey, I don't understand all those things, right? If you're not asking a question, it is your problem. Simple, not my problem. And you see, I don't have time. That's why I'm not asking any question and all, right? Soon I'll start to ask question. If you're not able to answer my question, you are wasting your time, right? No need
Yes.
to be here in the session. Yeah, you are wasting my time. Simple. You're not wasting my time because I'm getting paid for it, but you are wasting your time. Simple.
Yeah.
Got it? That's what I'm telling you. When you ask some question, just be very cruel, especially when you're asking questions, right? Hey, and again, tell me this, tell me that. I don't understand this, I don't understand that. You should have that kind of practice. Ask as many as question you can. Fine. Okay. Here I have a couple of questions. Here, if any exception is coming, right? So my question is, who is throwing the exception? Answer it. Who is throwing exception at runtime? Because if any exception is coming, somebody is throwing it. Then only it is coming in the catch, right? Who is throwing exception at runtime? Answer it.
Default exception handler.
Who is throwing exception at runtime? Answer is JVM. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So there is a two kind of exception, one is which can be thrown by the JVM. Second can be thrown by the programmer. So some exception is there which is thrown by JVM. I will tell you the name, right? What are the exception which are thrown by the JVM and which are the exception which is thrown by
Programmer.
programmer? This special exception is thrown by JVM. Please remember it. Okay. So I told you exception is what? Exception is anything which you don't want at runtime, right?
Yes.
If you know, I'm going to make a program and let me create my own exception for you. Can you help me? Yes. Uh, Creating own exception. Please help me. Okay. If you allow to me, even you don't allow, I can copy paste. Okay. It's okay. Yes. I'm using same program and I'm doing copy paste. It should be fine with you, right? You
Yeah.
can also do it. Enter your good name, please. I'm just taking name, right? If you want to take multiple word string, you have to use next line. And this is my string data, right?
Yeah.
Name. Okay, delete, delete, delete. Cling, cling, cling. Done, 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 done. I'm just going to make a simple program for you. Please, you have to help me because hmm, help me, help me, help me, help me. Done. See, I'm taking name from the keyboard, right? I hate some name. That is exception for me, right? I said already any unwanted condition, right? Any unwanted condition. Are you following me?
Yes. Yes.
At runtime. Any unwanted, any, sorry, it's opposite, right? Any unwanted condition at runtime is called exception. So I do not like some names, right? For example, if name, hmm, you know, if name is Aisha, clear? Or can you help me? I don't like this name, okay? Or name is like Ras. These two name I do not like. Hmm? This is exception for me or not?
Yes. Yes.
So you write in the try. Please let me know, okay? Apart from that, if anything is there, I am okay with that, right? So here you can throw your own exception. How? You have to create the exception, right? Exception. You have to make the object of exception, and here you can pass value of your choice, okay? You got it, or you totally just got? Give me a second.
Okay, by the please by round.
Hello, back. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
See what I'm doing? Hey, do you understand the comparison? Isa, I'm comparing with the name, and Raj, I'm comparing with the name R. So here you have to create your own exception with the custom message, right? Hey, what message you can pass in the constructor? Sajina, anything. He, I really hate this name. Hmm? If you can confuse, no. So actually, other name is I'm fine with that. If your name is Aisa or Raj, I'm creating exception with this message. Here I'm calling parameterized constructor. Yes, you know. And this who gives you this class? This class is given by whom?
JVM.
JV.
This class is actually given by the JVM. You can say core Java, right? That's fine. You can say this is inbuilt class, right?
Yeah.
Inbuilt class. And you using throw keyword, you can throw the exception. So what is the use of throw keyword? Sorry, ISA is not here. uh, Throw keyword is used to throw the exception. Is it right? It is used to throw the exception. Sajna, is it right? Hello? It is used to throw the exception. Is it correct?
Yes.
Yes. And who throws the exception?
David.
JV. Core Java.
Yeah, it is thrown by either JVM or programmer. Right now, who is throwing the exception? Programmer or JVM? Programmer. If you see anywhere throw keyword and the exception, right? Then it is thrown by programmer. But what about A by B? You see something? Who throws this? Reply. Here exception will come, but it is thrown by whom?
JVM.
This is thrown by JVM. Why? You cannot, I'm telling you, these concepts, right? You cannot easily get right everywhere. This is thrown by JVM, right? So when you see throw keyword, it means this exception is thrown by programmer. If you do not see this kind of throw keyword at all in your program, means it is thrown by, but there are few exceptions which is thrown by JVM. Are you following me? Some of them I will tell you, right? This is one, but I will tell you more than that. Okay, let me give you, no, I'm not telling you right now. It's come on the way. Okay, got it? So here, after that, what is my intention of the program? My intention of programming is, hey, this is going on. My intention of programming is in name, right? I want to make it in capital letter. Sajana, in this we have a method. What it is going to do? Whatever name is there, you are converting into the uppercase and assigning to the same variable. Got it?
Mhm.
So it becomes in capital letter. After that, I'm going to append something, Mr. dot plus. Are you following me? Name. Sajna, you tell me what it is going to print now in the last, Mr. whatever name you
So
entered.
the name with the capital letters.
Yeah, exactly. Done. But tell me, if exception comes, right, you are throwing it, after it, it will immediately jump to the catch block. You know it, right? It will go inside catch block. Nothing will execute in between, right? In the last, you can say, what? Your name is, no? Hello. You have to tell me the execution of it. Your name is plus name. Hmm? Sajna, I'm going to give something better, right? Not either Isa neither Aisa nor Raj. Let me run it. You want to see line by line execution? Yes. I'm going to delete this, right? Because if I run it, it will give you the exception.
And the
After,
question, I have a question. So in the capture statement, it should not be exception exe.
no. This variable name could be anything, right?
No exe.
Whatever name you want to give, you can give it. Simple.
But,
So you are throwing this exception. This exception will be catch into catch block under hero variable. This is exception. When you throw it, it will be catch in the hero variable, right? Same exception because this contains address. Am I right?
yeah.
This contains what? Address, right? So you are throwing this address and this address is going to be hold into another variable. So whatever address you have in wow, same address you have in hero also, right? Shall I prove it? If you want to prove it, you can print the value of it. What's your name?
Suman.
Suman. Suman या Subham?
Suman.
Suman. Suman, if I print the address of wow, and same address if I print inside the catch under the hero variable, both will come same or not?
Same,
Same.
yeah.
Because same address we are throwing. Let's see line by line execution. More question you'll ask, more you will learn in my session. Can you see this? F6. I'm going to enter, of course, my name, right? Enter. So it is neither Aisa nor Raj. So it will go inside. So it will not go inside if condition. Hey, this is going on. And you are converting into uppercase. Nagin Kumar, prepending Mr. So eventually Mr. Nagin Kumar. After that, it won't go in the catch. It will go in the last. Your name equals to Mr. Nagin Kumar. Make sense? Yep. Now I'm going to enter something which I do not want at runtime. Oh, you are talking about exception? I would say yes. Then I'm going to enter Aisha, right? Then
Yes.
enter. It will go inside Aisha. You are creating an object of exception, wow, and in the constructor you are passing message of your choice. So I really hate this name, right? So after you are printing the address. Can you see this?
Mhm.
When you are printing the address, oh, I'm not able to print the address, right?
Yes.
Actually, when I'm trying to print the address, it is calling a toString method. That's why I'm not able to do it. So how to print the address? I'm going to terminate it. If you want to print the address of it, you can print its hash code. What? Hash code. Hash code value will be same for both the places because address are same. Shall I try? Okay. Let me try again. Cool. Hmm? Yeah. So hash code is one of the method of it. Yeah, I'm going to enter Aisha F6. I'm creating an object of hey exception. Hey, I really hate this name, and it is printing the hash code value of it. We'll talk more about hash code. What hash code is, right?
Mhm.
Make sense? Hash code is an integer value. It may be positive, negative. I will teach you hash code in much detail. In which topic? Collection framework. After it, I'm throwing it. You tell me here. If I print the hash code of the same object, right? It should come the same, right? Can you see
Yeah.
this? So whatever address I am throwing over here, same address is going to be hold in the hero. Hence proved. After it, whatever message you have said, hey, I really hate this name. Same message you will print over here, right? Can you see this? Hey, I really hate this name. Sajana. Whatever message you are setting in the constructor, and on the same reference, same object, when you call the get message, it will give you the message, whatever you have said in the constructor. See, hey, I really hate this name. Hey, I really hate this name. After it, you are printing, hey, your name is what? Aisa. Because whatever name you have entered over here, right? Because this statement could not be computed, right? It couldn't compute so far. So whatever message is there, it will come as it is. Aisha. Clear? Then
Mhm.
I hope you understand the use of throw keyword. No confusion at all. Throw is used to throw exception. Whenever you want to throw the exception, you can use throw keyword, right? And when you throw the exception using throw keyword, then it is called exception is thrown by the program. Got it? What is the exception? Any unwanted thing which you don't want at runtime, any one unwanted condition at runtime is called exception.
Exception.
Very nice. So we have understand throw keyword. Clear? Nice. Next and last example for today, we have to see use of throws keyword. See, throw is used to throw the exception. What is the use of throw? Throws. Simple. This is really confusing. Okay. I'm going to show you use of
Yes.
throws, but I will make it simple for you. You'll understand right now. Later you might be forget. That's fine. See, actually in programming, there are two part. One is called caller. Second one is called kali. So let me tell you the meaning of it, right? Like here, here, who is throwing the exception? You are talking in terms of main method, right? I would say main is throwing the exception. Am I right? Main method. Sajana, I'm inside the main method. So as per the method perspective, who's throwing the exception?
Main method.
Main method. And who's handling it? Main method. In this situation, same method is, I'm talking about main method. I'm talking about method label. I'm talking about method perspective. In that perspective, who's throwing the exception? Main method. Who's handling it using catch? Main method. Got my point or not? But I'm telling you, in real life, you will never come across this situation. What I said? In real life, you will never come across the situation. Same method will throw the exception and same will handle it. No, 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 no. In real life, one method will throw the exception and second will handle it. People are not replying. You got my point?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Rajana, what I said. In real life, one method will throw the exception and second will handle it. You will see like that. You will never see same method is throwing the exception and handling it. Does not make sense. Okay. So what I can do, allow to me, right? I can refactor my code in two method, right? Here I am creating another method, static method, because static calls other static method. You know it concept. So here I am going to write one method void, and because I am not expecting any value to be written from it, and my method name is validate name. You can give any name to it, right? And this method is going to take only one parameter. Hello, name. You got it?
Yes,
How to
sir.
write a method? Why it is static? Because it is called by static. Let me write it. Why this is static? Why this is static? Answer is called by static method. Got it? And why white? Because I am not expecting any return value. Why white? Since we do not need return value from it. A, what is the string name? Help me. Input parameter to the method. Input parameter to the method. Confused? No at all. What this method is doing? This method, I need your help. Here, whatever logic you have, do not worry. I have good command on the programming. After some time, you'll also do it. So this method is doing what, right? You have to call this method, right? What you need to do? You have to call this method, and this method will take your name as a parameter, right? And let's return this method, string. I was thinking void, but let's write string. Why string? Yeah, what is the string? Your answer should be return value from this method. Sajana, you need to understand the use of this method. This method will take name and it will check if your name is Aisa or Raj. It will throw the exception. Am I right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
it will convert into capital letter, then prepend Mr. and then it will return the final value. You are saying, hey method, when your computation is done, return computed name. Hmm? Why I'm returning some string? Because you mention it. Hey method, when you're done with your competition, you are supposed to return what? Return string type of value. Sajna, is clear to you?
Yeah.
Again, I'm telling you, if your name is Aisha, either Aisha or Raj, it will throw exception, right? Yeah. Otherwise, it will return the name. So this name, whatever name is going to be returned over here, same name you can assign back to this name, right? If you confuse with this name, right, so you can give some other variable name to it, right, in order to avoid the confusion. Make sense? P name, P name, P name, everywhere I make it. Sajna, done. So what this method is supposed to do? This method will take P name and it will check your P name is either Aisa or Raj.
Or
Then go and create the exception and throw it. Make sense? And what this method is doing, it's calling this method in try catch, right? When you pass name equals to Aisa, it will throw the exception. Same fashion, right? Exception will come in the hero. Do you understand the flow? Only I just refactor the code. This method is throwing the exception and this method is handling it. In this situation is who is throwing the exception? Let me write it. Who is throwing the exception? Answer is validate name method. Sajana, who is in this? Who is throwing the exception? Who is
validate name method.
throwing the exception? Answer is who is throwing the exception? Answer is validate name method. Right. And who's handling it? Who is handling it? Answer is main method. Oh, nice. See, again, I'm telling you, in validate method, if you are passing something else like Nagend Kumar will come in the P name. After that, it will not go to the if condition, right? And your Nagend Kumar will be converted into uppercase Nagend Kumar. Then you are prepending Mr. Nagend Kumar and return value you assign to the P name and returning back. When you return this value, it will come back to a name, right? After it, when value is written from here, Sajana, it will come to the name. Am I right? Here.
Mhm.
And this name you are printing it. After that, it will come the last. Clear? But when you are entering the ISA here, right? This name will be passed to the this validate method. Then ISA will go to P name, and then this condition is met. And you will throw exception. When you throw the exception, this exception will come back to this method, Sajana. An exception comes over here, and eventually you are throwing the exception. It will come to the catch block. Are you following me? Then it will print the hash code of it again, and the message which you have constructed same way. In previous program, everything was in the same method. Now exception throwing code is in different method and handling is different method. In this situation, this method is throwing the exception or not, Sajana? This method is saying, yeah, I can throw the exception. Am I right? So if some method can throw the exception, right, in the definition, then using throws keyword, you can declare it after the method definition, Sajana. After the method declaration, you can use throws keyword and you can declare it. Hey, validate method. If somebody is going to call you, you can throw this exception. Whatever exception is thrown inside the definition of this method, you can tell to the caller, hey, if somebody will call this method, what kind of exception it can throw? This exception. Whatever exception you will write here using throws, you can declare it. So do you understand what throws does? Throws is used to declare the exception, whatever is thrown by the method. Let me write it. Throws keyword is used to declare. Throws keyword is used to mention the exceptions, right? Which are thrown by, any guess? Throws keyword is used to mention the exception which is thrown by the method. Got my point? Sajna. if this method can throw 5 exception, you can mention it exception 1 comma exception 2 comma 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 comma, right? Benefit of mentioning in the declaration what exception it can throw. At the time of calling, you can handle it. So it is for the benefit of caller. I told you there are two things. One is caller, second one is called callee. So this is the main method is called caller and this is called called method or callee method. Make sense?
Mhm.
So throw is used to throw the exception, but throws is used to declare the exception whatever method can throw. What throws is used to list exceptions, right? Which are thrown by method after its, any guess? After its declaration, right? Before definition starts.
Yeah.
Sajna, you got a point? So
Yeah.
guys, just be very honest. Do you really understand the difference between throw and throws? Throws is used to throw the exception, but throws is used after method declaration, used to list the exception whatever method can throw. Simple. Hey method, whatever exception you can throw in your definition, list over here after method declaration using which keyword? Throws
Throws.
keyword.
Throws.
I hope all the keywords are clear with the help of example without any
Yes.
confusion. So guys, I have done with my session exception handling, and I told you this is one of the very important topic when you mainly deal with the programming. In next
Yes.
session, we'll talk about how to write our custom exception. That will not take more than 15 minutes if you know this much. And after that, we can jump to the next topic, collection framework. And connection in collection framework, we will go in much detail. Okay. Once collection framework is done, I can give you a little bit idea about generics. Then we can go with Java 8 features. That's my plan. So I'm going to stop my recording. And if anybody have any question, query regarding this, please